Welcome back to our channel. Today is July 10th, a day marked by extraordinary stories of courage, sacrifice, and radical faith in Catholic history. In this video, we are diving into three incredible events that happened on this very day. First, we travel back to ancient Rome to witness the staggering bravery of Saint Felicitas and her 7 sons, a mother who watched her own children choose martyrdom over denying Christ. Next, we journey to medieval Denmark, where King Saint Canute was violently assassinated right at the altar while refusing to meet hatred with violence. And finally, we look at the beautiful, miraculous life of Saint Amalberga, a noble mother who raised a family of saints before retiring to a monastery, and who, according to tradition, was supernaturally assisted across a river on the back of a giant fish. These three stories remind us what it truly means to live out our faith without compromise. Let's jump right in. In 2nd century Rome, a wealthy, pious Christian widow named Felicitas dedicated her life to charity and raising her 7 sons, Januarius, Felix, Philip, Silanus, Alexander, Vitalis, and Martialis, in the faith. Her public example drew many pagan Romans to Christ, infuriating local heathen priests. Under Emperor Antoninus, the prefect Publius arrested Felicitas and her sons. Publius tried to appeal to her motherly instincts, urging her to spare her sons' young lives by convincing them to sacrifice to the pagan Roman gods. Felicitas famously refused, turning to her sons and pointing to her side, telling them, "Look up to heaven, where Jesus Christ with his saints expects you. Be faithful in his love." Frustrated, the prefect had them tortured and sent to different judges to be executed by varying, brutal methods. Januarius was scourged with lead plummets, Felix and Philip beaten with clubs, Silanus thrown from a precipice, and the youngest 3 beheaded. Felicitas was forced to watch her sons die for Christ before she herself was martyred months later. She is venerated as a powerful symbol of maternal spiritual courage. King Canute IV, also known as Canute the Holy, was a fiercely devout ruler who sought to solidify Christianity within the freshly converted Kingdom of Denmark. Reigning in the late 11th century, Canute was a generous patron of the Church. He built a Benedictine abbey at Odense, heavily supported apostolic preaching, and enriched the Cathedral of Lund. He sought to enforce the payment of tithes to support the clergy and the poor, which deeply angered the secular nobility and lawless factions of his kingdom. In 1085, after a failed political expedition to reassert claims on England, a violent rebellion erupted against his strict laws and religious enforcement. Canute fled the rebels, taking refuge inside St. Alban's Church in Odense. Instead of fighting back, the king knelt before the high altar, confessed his sins, and received the Holy Eucharist. On July 10th, 1086, the rebels stormed the sanctuary. Canute was slayed by a spear thrown through the church window while praying, dying as a martyr for his zeal for the church and his refusal to desecrate the sanctuary with violence. He was canonized in 1101 as the patron saint of Denmark. Saint Amalberga, often called Amelia, lived during the Merovingian era and belonged to a noble family related to Saint Pepin of Landen. She married a devout nobleman, Count Witger, and together they raised a family of saints, including Gudula, Emibert, and Reynaldus, teaching them the Catholic faith from infancy. Once their children reached adulthood, Amalberga and her husband made a radical, mutual decision. They both retired from secular life to enter monastic communities to dedicate their final years entirely to God. Witger joined the Benedictine abbey at Lopes, and Amalberga received the religious veil from St. Willibrord, entering the Mauberg Abbey. Amalberga spent her remaining years in strict asceticism, prayer, and serving the local poor. She also helped construct a church dedicated to the Virgin Mary in Tempsche. According to traditional pious Belgian lore, she was once supernaturally assisted across the wide Scheldt River by standing safely on the back of a giant sturgeonfish while traveling on a holy pilgrimage. She passed away on July 10, 690, leaving behind a lasting legacy of holy matrimony, saintly parenting, and monastic devotion. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time with us today, reflecting on these incredible saints. If these stories of faith inspired you, please take a quick second to like this video and share it with your friends, family, or parish community. It truly helps us spread the beauty of Catholic history to more people around the world. Don't forget to leave a comment below letting us know which of these 3 stories touched your heart the most today. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video.